Hello, and welcome to It's All About You, the best show about you on the internet. I am B. Dave Walters, life strategist and spiritual coach. This is episode 10, Depression. Now, before we get started, I want to say a couple of things. First of all, as of the time of this filming or posting, pending where you are, it is both Valentine's and Chinese New Year. So, happy Valentine's Day. Remember all the stuff I said in the love video. Tell them that you love them. I'm telling you. And happy Chinese New Year for everybody who's observing Chinese New Year. So, the reason why I want to talk about depression today is because in many ways, Valentine's can also be seen as Singles Awareness Day. And it's very easy to kind of get a little down in the dumps during this particular holiday. So since we've already covered love, I want to talk about the other side of the emotional spectrum now. But like always, I want to start off with a quote, but I got to read this one here. Concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. It's by Pythagoras. Concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. That's by Pythagoras. Now, first let me say something. A lot of times we use the word depression rather lightly. When we mean we're just kind of down in the dumps or a little mopey, it's very easy to say I'm depressed. Real depression is brutal. Real depression is an illness just like anything else. It's the same as having cancer or pneumonia or a heart condition. And when you have real clinical depression, you need real medical help. And that's up to and including taking medication. And there's nothing wrong with taking medication. The thing that you have to realize about taking medication for depression is it doesn't actually solve anything. All it does is repress the chemical signals that your brain is trying to send out and hopefully kind of try and level you out. And that's all well and good. But once you're on that medicine, that's when you actually have to do the work to figure out what it is that is behind and underneath that is driving that depression. Does that make sense? Because everything your body does, everything your brain does, happens for a reason. Okay? It's cause and effect. There's always something that is there. You can say that you have a chemical imbalance, and you might. But that chemical imbalance doesn't happen in a vacuum. Something has happened in your past, something has happened in your thinking, something's happened in your emotions that is manifesting as the chemical imbalance. You understand that? So, everything that I'm going to talk about here still applies whether or not you're taking medication right now. But let me just say, if you get to the point that it becomes hard to function, you can't really make it through your day-to-day life. You can't live up to your obligations. It's hard to go to work. You're neglecting your family. You're neglecting your health. And especially if you start having suicidal or self-destructive thoughts, then really call somebody. Talk to me if you need to. But let me tell you, what I do, I'm like a paramedic, okay? I'm going to help you find the courage and find the resources and find the fortitude to reach the people who really can help you. I'm like a paramedic, they're like surgeons, okay? So what I'm saying now, though, this is for the 99% of us out there that just kind of get a little mopey sometimes, and not the ones who have a real biological problem, okay? Because I don't want to be irresponsible here. Even though this applies to you, just recognize you're going to need more than this, all right? Now, so depression. Okay. For the most part, in my experience, when we have a sense of depression or anxiety, it's really more of a sense of unfulfillment. Our life has kind of gotten stagnant. I've yet to meet a person that was pursuing their goals and had a busy social life and went out and spent time in nature and did things that they really enjoyed, that was still depressed. See, a lot of times when you get upset about something or you're a little down, like Valentine's, what do? You probably either stay at home or you go drinking or you stay home and drink, okay? And none of that helps, okay? I mean, it's fine to have a little bit here and there. I'm kind of a beer and wine guy. I don't really drink the hard stuff, and I'm not drinking anything currently. I mean, I would say I've quit drinking forever, but forever is a long time, so all I'll say is I'm not drinking right now. But there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of wine, take the edge off, kind of relax, help you sleep every once in a while, and that's fine. But in the end, you cannot drown your sorrows, okay? Because your sorrows float. Okay? So no matter how deep down you try and drive them, they're going to come back out again. And anytime that you try and repress your emotions, anytime that you try and just force things down, it's going to manifest in another way. That's the problem that I have with a lot of antidepressant drugs. I think in most cases, they get prescribed a little too quickly and a little too easily. That's sort of the problem with America and a lot of the West. We want to just take a pill or push a button and not necessarily do the work to dig in and get behind things. See, that's the difference between what I do and what a therapist does. And I'm sorry, therapists, I don't mean to offend you here. But most forms of therapy look at it like a treatment. They look at it like you're broken, like you have a problem that they are going to fix. I don't do that. The system of coaching that I use and the techniques and tactics that I use say that you're already fine. You're already perfect. You might just need slight adjustments to help things move a little easier or a little bit better, or to help you interpret the signals that your own brain is giving you and that your own body is giving you. Because again, if you just ignore it, if you just fight it, if you just kind of repress it, it is going to come back. It's going to come back as bad relationships. It's going to come back as difficulties in your work. It's going to come back in terms of your health. You might get cancer. You might start putting on weight that you can't lose and don't know why. You might start habits like alcohol or drugs and you don't know why. All of this is rooted in the same repressed feelings and emotions. So you have to start letting them out in constructive ways, okay? Now, if you're in a place right now that you really truly feel depressed to the point that, you know, you're home all the time and you're upset all the time and nothing seems to make you happy, let's go ahead and start changing that right now. So here's a couple of things you can do. First of all, believe it or not, just spending time outside will help tremendously. Just be outside. I mean, even if you're in a really urban area, just the fact that you can get fresh air and sunshine helps quite a bit already. If you're staying in the house all day, just open the windows and just let some air in and just kind of let the healing power of the earth and the sun start to change and manifest in your life. Because it's very easy to sort of hole up in a cave, right? You've got to get out of that. You've got to get out of that. It's just like Pythagoras said, concern should drive us into action and not into depression. What he's talking about there is if something's on your mind, that's what he means by concern. If something's bothering you, if there's a relationship or a job or something that is stressing you, it should make you want to do something. It shouldn't just make you upset, okay? Now, I've been talking to a lot of people lately that are having trouble dealing with relationships and the people that they broke up with, and they just want to know why. I just want to know why. Why'd she leave? Why'd he leave? Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter why. It does not matter why. There's nothing that they can say that's going to make you feel any better. There's nothing they can tell you. I mean, what if you want them to call and you're like, well, why did you leave? And they're like, I left because you nagged me and your feet smell bad. Is that going to make you feel better? Are you going to be like, you know what? Wow, my feet do smell bad. Awesome. I understand now. It's okay. No, it's not. Just let it go. Let it go. I've explained how to let it go in the past videos or on my article on theexaminer.com, Letting Go or After the Love Is Gone. Just let it go. Okay? As always, for my brothers and sisters on YouTube, I'm going to split this up here for everybody else. Stay with me. We're going to keep going. Hey everybody, B. Dave Walters here. If you like these videos that I do and articles that I write, then I would ask, send them to your friends. Post them on your profile. Let's spread the word. There's a lot of things out there that will bring you down if you let them, and it's good to be able to provide people with just a little hope, a little inspiration, and kind of a bright light in their day. So if there's somebody you think would like this, send it to them. And if you want more about me, contact me, work with me, visit my website, peacelovemoney.com. There's all kinds of things there. Tools you can use, meditations you can use, other things I've written that'll help you get ahead quickly. peacelovemoney.com. You're fantastic. Thanks. Bye.